Engaging young adults in church, historically a challenge, is even more difficult today. In young adult culture, church is even less a factor than in the past, and the young are disproportionately represented among those who claim no religious affiliation. A major new report from Faith Communities Today studied the practices of a cross-section of American congregations about engaging young adults. The report provides many clues for improving ministry with young adults.
There's good news to report. Young adults are far from missing in most congregations. Most congregations have some young adult presence, even if the numbers are small. Often, the young adults are related by family to someone else in the congregation. But what most congregations want to know is how they can engage the many young adults not reached. The study documents some essentials.
Do we care about reaching young adults enough that we will do what it takes for that to happen? This is a question of the heart, not of programs or tactics. Many congregations say they want to reach younger people, but are unwilling to change so that can happen. Without openness to change, reaching young adults is unlikely.
Do we seek to engage young adults in the same way we do anyone else? That strategy virtually always fails. Fewer than 4% of churches that attempt to reach young adults through their general outreach succeed. There must be a specific strategy to reach young adults. 90% of churches with thriving young adult ministries have such a strategy.
Is there someone in your church responsible for engaging young adults? Only 1/3 of churches have such a person. Yet 2/3 of churches with thriving young adult ministry have at least one designated leader, and most of those leaders are young adults themselves. The majority of young adult ministry leaders are unpaid volunteers. Even larger churches with paid staff make all the more use of volunteers. Whatever the age or status of the leader, having a designated person responsible to lead young adult engagement is crucial.
How much time does our church spend engaging young adults? A strong factor contributing to great young adult participation is how many hours a leader or leaders spend on this ministry. The more hours spent, the more likely there will be a growing young adult ministry. While having financial resources to apply to such ministry helps, using volunteers is effective, especially if they are young adults themselves.
What are some of the characteristics of congregations that attract young adults? Virtually all churches with thriving young adult engagement are thriving congregations overall. While churches wishing to reach young adults must have a passion, strategy, leadership, and dedicated time focused on young adults, they are places where others, regardless of age, want to engage. Churches reaching young adults also incorporate other newcomers well, are spiritually alive, care for members, serve their communities, and are often diverse and inclusive.
Young adults give worship high marks in the churches they choose to attend. In these churches, worship is vital, innovative, and engaging, and often incorporates newer technologies. Churches that attract young adults tend to display more diversity among worship leaders and participants.
Half of active young adults participate in church activities beyond worship. One reason is that churches that attract young adults offer compelling missions that engender high levels of engagement by people of all ages. Community service also ranks high for young adult participation. But young adults tend to worship where there are groups specifically designed for young adult fellowship.
Yes, the decision to attend church for young adults is in many ways countercultural, certainly among many of their peers. Churches that try to understand and respond to young adults can be blessed by them as well as being a blessing to them. Creating a future for our congregations in which all generations are appropriately represented is a task well worth the effort to accomplish.
The full report is available as a free PDF at http://bit.ly/engaging young adults. Christina Lizardi Hodgeby, author of Engaging Young Adults, is with the Center for Analytics, Research, and data of the United Church of Christ.